welcome to another edition of Johnny's Joint. I am your illustrious host, Johnny Johnson. Here with me tonight, we have world class Allan Styles. Allan Styles, welcome to Johnny's Joint.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, man?
You pound it there, man?
I will pound it, Allan Styles, for you. Yeah, baby. You want to hit this? You
No,
want to hit Johnny's good
smoke.
stuff?
I don't smoke.
You don't smoke? Hey, kids, you want to be world class out there. You want to make it to the top of the sport, of the wrestling profession. You follow this man's lead, Allan Styles.
It's a fact.
It's a fact, Jack. All right, well, welcome to Johnny's Joint.
Pleasure to be here.
I know, it's a pleasure. Everybody wants to be on Johnny's Joint. My pants are wet right now. I gotta change them. I'm so happy to be here myself. But, okay, so, Allan Styles, when you were sucking on your mama's titty, you know, back in the day, when you first started watching wrestling, you know, who did you admire? Do you remember actually when the first time you watched wrestling was? The first moment you were exposed to wrestling? And what match? Who was a part of the match that you saw? Or what it was? Just tell us. Damn it!
Well, the first time I got into wrestling is actually when I got the video game.
Oh, a video game. All right.
WWF Attitude game on PlayStation 1.
Okay. All right.
And then I figured out after that was actually on TV, and I started watching from there.
Oh, you figured out that something in the video game actually happened in real life.
Yes.
And you were intrigued to watch it yourself.
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember, were you WWF or WCW? What was the first program you watched?
The first program I watched was WWF.
All right. My kind of man. Allan Styles, world class, WWF. All right. And do you remember, I mean, I know Johnny Johnson kind of got a fuzzy memory, so he would understand, but do you remember the first match you saw?
It was that long ago, I just don't remember.
I can understand. I could barely remember my breakfast yesterday, so.
I've never seen The Rock wrestle, and, you know, Steve Austin and all that.
Oh, yeah, who would forget those two legends? Nobody. That's a guy. Nobody. So, all right. So, that was the first time you were exposed. Do you have a favorite wrestler from your childhood that you'd say, that's my favorite man, and I fight to the death for that guy?
The Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
Hands
Not
down.
a bad choice. Hands down, he says, Allan Styles. Okay. Well, so, we know who, you know, your favorite. We know some background about you. We know that you came into this business with your younger brother, Jonny Reid. Now, I don't want to push any buttons, you know, make anything hot for you. But I do need to know, you know, Johnny Johnson's here to ask the hard questions, get to the bottom of things, and I don't give a fuck if you're at the top. So, we're gonna figure this out. Now, we'll start at the beginning, because that's always a good place to start. You came into this business, you know, you had been in BEW for a little bit, but really, you started getting a full head of steam. You were the referee. You know, you were referred to as Shoeless Allan Styles.
That's true.
Out of love. In this match, you screwed over Joseph Anthony to help your brother, Jonny Reid.
Yes, I did that.
And in doing so, basically formed the Top Gunz with Jordan Oliver, later to be accompanied by David the Well. Now, tell us about how that brotherhood, if you could call it that, came together. And I know you guys did refer to it as a brotherhood.
It was actually a friendship at first. It then turned into a brotherhood. You know, we used to always hang out all the time. And, you know, and then came up with the idea, let's form the Top Gunz. And I screwed Joseph Anthony and helped my brother out doing so. by being a ref, and soon to be a manager, and then become a wrestler.
Absolutely. And you say that you did make your transition to being a full-time active wrestler on the BEW roster. Was it an easy transition, or were you able to make the adjustment well against the other men on the roster?
It was kind of hard transition, but again, when I was in the Top Gunz, I had help. Jordan Oliver was teaching me how to wrestle. He taught me to do like a lot of things, and it got me better in the ring.
Absolutely. That's an excellent point, Allan Styles. You were surrounded by, dare I say, the best that BEW has to offer. And I'm sure you learned a lot of things from them. I'm sure they learned some things through you. You guys rolled together for quite a while. A few months. And you were on top of the world. Had all the gold. And then, why don't you explain to the people in your own words what happened at the hands, of your brothers in the Top Gunz, but in front of the eyes, in front of the face of your very own flesh and blood brother.
You know what they did? They screwed me.
They did more than that. They did way more than that.
They stabbed me in the back.
They took your brotherhood,
like crap.
Your manhood. They took you down through the gutter. They oh my God, I could think of so many adjectives and verbs to describe what they did to you. They basically took your testicles and they ripped them right off. How does that make you feel?
I feel like crap.
Like crap? Like testicle is crap?
I feel like shit. I feel like I'm really pissed off because of what they did to me.
And how are you gonna get back at all these guys, at all these cats? You must want revenge.
I do want revenge.
I would want revenge. I'd kill my own. I'd punch my sister, her jaw right off if she ever looked at me funny. I have, actually, a couple times. That bitch tried to take the last fucking cupcake. I ain't having that. Shut the fuck up, cameraman. I'll take your fucking cupcake. I'll rape your sister. Alright, so, back to the program. I got fucking sidetracked. I'm more angry than you right now. I'll go kill it. How much you want to pay Johnny to kill it? Put a hit out on Jonny Reid. Huh? Johnny Johnson will do that for $40 worth of rock.
I'd pay
right now.
$5 just to do it. I don't care.
$5?
Yeah.
$40 worth of rock. Right now.
$40. Okay, I'll pay $40.
Alright, well,
Put it there, pal.
We'll talk after the show. Alright, so, where the hell are we? Where were we with this?
We were talking about my brother. We were talking about the Top Gunz.
Oh, yeah, alright, so, alright, well,
About screwing me?
Well, yeah, about getting screwed. So, alright, where we are at this point in time, you got a feud with your brother brewing, both you guys, it seems like, if I know anything about nature, science, the moon, the sun, the stars, neither one of you guys are gonna go down till the other man is pretty much near death. What's your game plan in going after your brother?
I plan on taking the Rising Star Championship away from him because he doesn't deserve that championship belt. I helped him win that belt. I hit that move. We both hit it, and I let him pin that Malice, and he took the title. So, as far as I'm concerned, Jonny Reid's a paper champion, and it's time for a real champion to hold the Rising Star Championship.
You know what, Allan? I can agree with you 100%. That belt is just as good as yours as it is his. And I believe wholeheartedly that you could take that from him.
Yes, I can.
You can.
I will.
With that kind of spirit, with that type of attitude, Allan Styles, world class, he'll be on top of the world. So you don't want to hit this?
No. Still, I don't want it.
Get a little sky high with Johnny Johnson?
You know what? Should I do this one time?
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
You can't fall for that peer pressure. You can't fall for that unless you want.
No, kids, don't do this.
I'll get you.
Don't hang out with Johnny Johnson.
What's wrong with Johnny Johnson?
Even though you're cool, you do drugs.
What? What? What's wrong with Johnny Johnson? Johnny Johnson's mom tells him he's a great guy. He's a very respectable person. Alright. Allan Styles, world-class Allan Styles. He's here, he's in the building. This has been another edition of Johnny's Joint. I'm Johnny Johnson. Have a good night.